And good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the January 17th edition of Makers and Movers Podcast. I'm your host, Todd. How are you doing today, folks? If this is your first time here, it's what I need from you, who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup, and what the weather is like in your area. It's supposed to be pretty decent today, but we have like negative temps coming, wind chills like negative 30. I believe when we're taking off on Tuesday, it's supposed to be like negative 30 with wind chills out. So that ought to be fun. As far as what's in the cup, we got coffee in the cup. And I'm feeling a little, scratchy throaty. And I've got 4 hours of calls today. So this should make for an interesting day. The other thing I need from you is your 5 things. What are 5 things that you are going to accomplish today? So for us, we've got quotes that need to go out, invoicing that needs to get done, DTF that needs to be printed. I've got a day full of calls, and then I'm also working on our new webinar. So those are my 5 things. And if you are watching this replay, make sure, team replay, make sure you're liking and subscribing and doing all of that stuff. Now, today we got a fun little topic. This came up in a call that I had with somebody, and it was social proof, and they weren't 100% sure, what to do, what it is, how about it. And so I said, I'm going to do a show about it, and we'll get there with it, because really social proof is that secret weapon of your business. And so when you understand what it is, you're able to pull it off. So we've got 5 things that we're going to talk about. Let me look at my notes over here. Customer photos, keeping it. Let me double check. I want to double check that I'm on the right one. Yeah, that's right. Customer photos, keeping it authentic, staying consistent in showcasing diversity, and then showcasing large or well-known clients. So we're going to talk about each one of those. Now, with that, let us check in and see how everybody is doing this morning, and let me know how you use social proof. Do you use it? If not, why not? If you do, what are some examples that you can give? Because remember, this show is only as good as the information that we interact with, right? I need you to interact with me so I can keep creating content for you. So what's up, Chuck? Good morning to you from sunny Florida, currently 51. Let me see what the temp is here. It wasn't that bad taking the kids to school. Let me see where we were on that. I guess I should find the right app, because apparently I moved it. No, they changed that. You ever run into that where something updates overnight and they change the look of the icon, and then you're like, what is it? That's 36 out, so I will take that. Sarah, good morning to you. 26 and sunny. Excited for a warm up today? Yeah. A white mocha latte in the cup. That's not apple cider or apple juice or the apple stuff you drink. So been MIA for a bit and looking forward to getting caught up. Yeah, Sarah, what has been going on in Sarah's world? That's Sarah's new channel, by the way, Sarah's World. That's what we're going to do. Barb, good morning to you. North Central Minnesota, 30 and cloudy, water in the cup, 5 things: invoicing, customer drop-offs, package order, embroidery cleanup, and digitizing. She's got a great day there. Rena, good morning, 40 degrees and coffee in the cup. Rena, see you in a week, right? This time next week on Friday will be day 2 of the show. Are you doing the Friday night after party, Rena? Or are you going to go do something else? I don't know that band. I was like, usually, I'm like, okay, I know who this is and who that is. I don't know who this band is. So I wasn't sure if we were going to stick around for that or go find something else to do. What are you doing, Rena? Because we'll definitely have to get together, which anybody that is going to Long Beach, if you just drop me a DM through Facebook, or if you have my number, text me, and we'll see about meeting up when we're out there. We fly out 5 in the morning on Tuesday. I think that sounds right. 5 in the morning on Tuesday, we fly out. And so we'll be in San Diego on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We're driving up the show for Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Then we are going to go ahead and stay Saturday night there. At the time, before when we scheduled all this, it was before all the fires and everything. So, and Corey hadn't really had a chance to, explore LA. And so I said, well, the show is done at like 3. We can go explore for a little bit and then get up Sunday morning and do that, Hollywood sign, Walk of Fame, do some, some touristy stuff, and then head back down to San Diego, because we fly out at 5 in the morning on Monday. Now with fires, I don't know what's going to happen, but we have the Airbnb, and we're actually staying in an Airbnb that's in the marina. It must be a little apartment that's there because when you pull it up, if you've been to the Long Beach Convention Center, there's a marina that's right on the other side there. It's kind of where the restaurants were on the boardwalk. And there's apparently there's some residents over there, and that's where we're staying. They said it's a 5-minute walk, and if we don't have to pay for parking, we can walk there. That's what we got going on. So that's what we're gonna. That's our plan. That's what we're gonna do in that. And then I've got some other things that we're taking with us. I've got some new mics. I got a mic holder. A new gimbal should show up today, and I'm going to implode. I've got an affiliate code for Plod. Let me use it through next week and see if if it's going to do what I think it's going to do. It is going to be a game changer for you and your business. I've been using it this week on my calls, and legit, we're going to do a standalone video on it if it's going to perform the way I think it is. So if there's something at the show that you want to see, let me know. We'll make sure to stop by the booth. We'll ask the questions you want asked. We'll make sure to get video content, picture content, and anything else. I'm really looking forward to, like, on my list of things that I want to do, stop by Stahl's booth and check out their Chanel patches because it doesn't look like they have a super big minimum, a super high setup, and it's something that I definitely want to learn more about as we're going to offer more things for it. So that is a booth we're stopping by for sure. Talk to our friends over at Quirrell Trainers, so we're going to stop by their booth. Friends over at Magic Touch, stop by their booth, and we'll just continue on. So looking forward to it. And they said anybody that's going out there, we want to maybe do Friday night. The party is a pretty good one to set up to meet at. But then there's also who's doing standalone parties? Is it Bella and SNS? Bella and Sanmar? There's usually parties going on every night. So see what you can find with that. And where we go, Jenny, good morning to you. It's 27 and sunny, water in the cup. Ramona, good morning. West Chicago, 27. Yeah, Ramona, you're not too far from You're like that way. Because if I kick 88, I go right there, and 80 right there. So you're just like right there, over that way. Brody Test Stitch, double check tomorrow's coffee and conversation, which, if you don't know, Needles McGee, Ramona here, she goes live every Saturday, right? Make sure that you're sharing that in the group, Ramona. I try to when I see it and it comes up, so make sure to put there. Pull together electronics for the trip. I know. I've got my bag right here that I'm filling with batteries and phones and packs, and that's what I'm doing on this. And I'm actually thinking of getting a new bag. We'll see what that one goes. I keep seeing those vacuum bags, for carry-ons, and you can put a bunch of stuff in it. We'll see how I do with that. Rena's. I was gonna say Rena's bitching out, but I'm not gonna say that. They're pussing out. I'm not gonna say any of that. Just say Rena's got other plans. Not gonna do the after party. Same. I'm old and don't know the band, but they said they're from like the 90s and early 2000s, so we should know it. And I don't. So I don't know who it is. You might catch me in the hotel lounge. We're not staying at the hotel. We got a place on the water. I don't know if it's really on the water. It's on the pier, so we got a place there, but we'll catch up in there. No, it's not a boat. It's an apartment. There's a window. I can see a tree out the window. I don't know. An itchy throat thing, man. So it's supposed to be right there. So we'll do that, and then we're just trying to see what else we're going to do and go from there. And Tim, good morning. I'm doing maybe my last TikTok live. It's not going anywhere. Here's the thing, TikTok goes away on Sunday. It's going to be back Tuesday. It might take a little break, but it's going to be back. When there was a couple things that I was watching yesterday on it, and this is just the sheer volume of money and employment that it does for people. That in itself is going to be a hit on the economy because people not making money, people not able to sell things, people not able to buy things. There's a lot. So I think worst case, it goes away Sunday, it comes back on Tuesday. So that's what we got. Vac Bag still gets heavy. What's the name of the band? Let me look it up and see what we got here because I'll look it up. I'll look it up and see, but I had not heard of them. And I should have had this a little more handy, and I don't. So we'll look it up real quick for you and see what it is. Let's see, Impressions Long Beach Rock Fest 2025, and that is going to be, where is it at? Who it is? Show within a show, that's right. Live demos, world premiere. What are they giving? I'm going to check out that $1 million DTG every time. We got to do that. Let's see. That is on Thursday, Friday, right? We want Friday. Do they have it listed on here? There's all the stuff for there. Uh, Rock World. There's Hawthorne Heights. Hawthorne Heights. And they are, I, uh, Hawthorne Heights. I don't have to listen to this to see if it was King of FM kicking off this. I don't. Oh, Ryan Moore. They will also be performing too. So there's that. But I'm not sure who Hawthorne Heights is. So I'm not sure. I don't speak Mandarin, and that's a problem with Red Note. And I'm telling you, TikTok it's gonna, if it goes away on Tuesday, it comes back, or if it goes away Sunday, it comes back on Tuesday. That's what's going to happen. Ryan, thanks for stopping in and saying hi. I got a few of you, and I'll talk more. We have a mentorship call that starts at 9:30. We'll talk more in there, but I'm working on. So we've got a webinar for our Spiritwear program. I'm working on the course. I spent like 6 hours yesterday working on the course and the webinar, and I'm going to do that, continue that today. Want to get the webinar done before we leave out so I can run ads for it. February 5th, 7 p.m. It's a Wednesday, free webinar. Talking about how, if you're somebody, especially somebody who's new, how you can start up a Spiritwear business from the comfort of your own home. How do I know? That's what we did. So that's what we're building it. I feel a pretty good course built out on it, and I just keep adding stuff, and can't wait to see how that comes out. Now, where were we? Oh, we were getting into social proof. So let me know down here, what's your idea of social proof? What's your opinion on social proof? Do you use it? Do you not use it? What is it? And so, what's the best way to explain social proof to somebody who doesn't really understand it? It's basically when somebody sees other people loving stuff, then they think that's got to be cool. It's got to be good. There's a reason for that. Best example is when you see long lines at a restaurant. You're like, wow, it's got to be good. There's always lines in there. You have to make reservations. You just can't walk in. It's got to be good because they're always packed. There's always a wait. I can't get it. So something like that. That place must be amazing. So that's kind of the social proof in a nutshell. So I'm going to talk, probably 2. Then I'll come and then I'll read comments. And then we'll talk do comments, and then finish off on the last one, and that's how we'll go with it. So, easiest thing to do is ask your customers to share photos on social media. I mean, that's pretty simple, right? Just have them take a picture, a group picture of them all wearing the shirts. Have them, if it's something that you're doing for teachers, hey, can I get a group picture of you? Like they'll do for Halloween when we do the teachers for that. They usually do a group picture. Cool. Now can you tag us in that so that way you can see it? So, thanks Fat Dad, level up for the shirts, have them tag us in it. We want to see them rock. When you see doing Spiritwear, if you can get a picture of, the fans in the stands for it, at a ball game, wherever it is, just ask them if they can repost that and tag you on Instagram and Facebook or TikTok, wherever your audience is, see if they can do that. So why does this work? Well, people really do love seeing other folks enjoying something, right? Like when we need that social proof. I'm gonna be talking about Plod, and I will be talking about that here probably when we get back from Long Beach to make sure it works. But you go off recommendations of other people. Yes, you can read reviews on Google, you can read reviews, you can do all that. But to actually see somebody post things, to see somebody comment about it, to see that there, then that's that social proof, because it makes it really feel honest and relatable. So when you see somebody post a picture, hey, thanks Level Up for getting us these shirts in super fast turnaround time. We love the way they turned out. Great. It's like everyone's saying, hey, look, everyone else, love this. We love this. You will too, type of thing. And so the other thing that you could do is there's kind of like that featured star, that featured customer, right? Hey, thanks to Rena for buying these shirts this week. Doesn't she look great on them? There, now we showcased them for it. Well, one of the biggest things that I feel, and this would be number 2, is keep it authentic, right? We want honest reviews. We want honest pictures. We want honest thoughts on any of the products or services we do. If somebody you did, I know a lot of people at Christmas time got a lot of sublimation items, mugs, tumblers, things like that with like their spouses or their significant others' faces all over them, right? Seen it in the underwear, seen it in the mugs, seen it in the tumblers, seen it in all that. And they absolutely love it. So, this is my new favorite mug. I can't, drinking coffee out of this right there. Love it. It makes me smile every morning. Those are the experiences that people want to share. That's what we're selling is we're selling a product that creates that emotional bond, those memories. Sublimation is an amazing thing for that. And here's this. Hey, they can show it off. They can take pictures of it. They can put it out there because people can spot fake from a mile away. If I'm coming on here and I'm like, listen, they just sent me this, and this is the greatest product ever. This roll of ribbon. You're like, Todd, why do you have a roll of ribbon here? Well, because I got my phone stand in another location, and it fits out perfect right there when it's plugged in. So that's why that's there. But I digress. This is they can see when something's fake. They know when something is like a paid sponsorship when it's being because it's not being authentic. It's just going through this. Now, there's times where, like with this, I've got bullet points of stuff that I need to hit on for these, but for a lot of it, it's freelance through. So I need to be able to do it. This is where Plod helps me too, because I'll be able to go back and pull the information out from this. But on the authentic side of it, when people love it, maybe I will too. When you look at reviews for food places, like in our area, we've got quite a few Facebook groups, for Taste of the Quad Cities, what's good to eat, things like that. There's authentic, reviews in there. Hey, I went there, service sucked on it, food was great. Here, they got to do a little better on this. You start seeing that and you're like, oh, well, and here's the other thing. This is why you want people to post the positive things, because people are it just seem, I'm not quite sure the word I'm looking for, but they always seem to be posting bad reviews of places and not so much good reviews. So you want to make sure that you're getting those good reviews out there, those good stories, because those good, honest stories are going to make you feel, make you and your business feel more real, more down to earth, more part of them just purchasing from somebody. So does that make sense? Does that make sense on the first two? Sharing customer photos and keeping them authentic? Let me know in the comments right there. Ramona Hawthorne has formed in 2001 out of Dayton, Ohio. See, genres, emo, post-hardcore, alt-rock, pop-punk. And see, that's, in the 90s, early 2000s. That's why I'm like, yeah. And Ramona says, but the word of a person you know and trust does so much more than a standard review. Absolutely. 100%. If you don't know the person, you're just like, okay. When you know the people that are doing it, oh, okay. And that's where, as we go through this, like word of mouth, that's why that's so important. You gain a lot more when people see it. They ask, hey, who did you use for this? This is who I use. Great experience. Go with it from there. So it works out really, really well for it. And Barb agrees too. Jerry, good morning. Apologies for your lateness. That's fine, Jerry. We'll start over just for you. Okay. Good morning. Welcome. Makers and movers. No, I'm not going to start over, Jerry. We're not going to do that. Okay. So sharing customer photos, keeping it authentic. That thing is staying consistent. And this is a tough one for a lot of people. It's even tough for me when we schedule stuff out of there. But you want to make showing your social proof a habit. I'm going to make sure that you're posting something every week, a picture or review, some kind of shout out from, a happy, satisfied customer. And you can use, whether it's just a picture with some text, you want to create an infograph by using something like Canva to do that. Great. Let's just maybe do it. Maybe pick one day a week where that's, reviews. Figure out if we can we should do that together. Let's see if we can figure out a way to, something Monday, something Tuesday, something Wednesday, something Thursday, something Friday. So it becomes a standard thing where every Friday or whatever day it is, that's when you're going to post something, a picture, a review, shout out, something like that. That's what you're going to do. Because when you stay consistent with it, people remember you. When they see something over and over, this goes back to the radio. This goes back to when MTV used to show videos. The more you hear something, the more you see it, the more it keeps popping up. It's more of the first thing that they'll think of when it comes time ready to buy. If you're constantly putting out there, hey, we run Spiritwear stores, we're able to get you this. Here's our happy customers. Here's funds that we raised for it. Here's this. Here's the ease of it. There was nothing that we had to do except approve some artwork, and they took care of the rest for it. Doing things like that, they're like, oh, well, hey, we have a fundraiser coming up. Is it something that we can do for that? Hey, we need Spiritwear for our team. Hey, We need some fan gear for the school. What can we do? And seeing that for it, it really will help with it. It also will show that you're active and involved, which makes you look a lot more professional. When you post something once a month or once every 2 months, it's like, oh, are they too busy to do something for me and my project? Do they pay attention to social media? Are they able to get this job done? Do they produce good work? When you consistently put things out there, then it really helps with it. And a lot of these things we're going through was as we sat down at the end of last year and said, what do we need to do in our business to stay more consistent, to stay building that? And that's what we've taken January, and we'll have it finished up before the end of the month. Here's our content calendar for the year. Here's days that we're going to do it. Because they said, I'm not perfect. By any means, I'm not perfect. I need to be a lot more consistent with things. And the only way I can do that is with planning. Because what is it? Piss poor planning equals piss poor results, something like that. Same thing. I need to get better at planning. I need to get better at a lot of things with it. And having that structure will really help it out. The other thing is once you do that, it really keeps the good vibes rolling, right? You're constantly putting out good stuff with it. You're taking things back. You're asking questions. It's not all salesy. You're sharing results with it. Show off shirts that even if you don't have the reviews, you can't get them like you thought you would. Show the stuff that you're doing. Show before and after. Tim's a great example where, when it does tint. Well, hey, here's the car without tint. Here's the car with tint. See how much it changes the vehicle, and here's the benefits of it. So just showing things off like that, you're able to just increase your value that you're providing to it. The next one, this one is, I think a lot of us have fallen into this, and it's the showcasing the diversity. Forever, I was T-shirt Todd. That's what I was. T-shirts Todd. They didn't realize that we also did signs, yard signs, banners, bags, koozies, that we did all of these other things. And they didn't know, oh, I just thought you did T-shirts. No, we can do all this. We can use laser engraved tumblers. Yep, we can help with that. Stickers. Yep, we can help with that. There's a lot of other things that we can do. So, we need to make sure that we're putting out there. So it shows that that your products can work for everyone. We're just not here for shirts. Yeah, we can help you on your yard signs. Yeah, we can help you on your grand opening banner. Yeah, you need some tumblers. Absolutely, we can do that. You need some plastic cups. Yep, we can do that too. So more people will be like, oh, we can see that in our business. Oh, I could see being able to use that. Oh, I didn't know they did it. So to me, it makes it look like you can be more of that one-stop shop for them. Now, these things don't have to be, you don't have to do everything for everyone, right? Stick to your core, know what's going on there. A lot of us may not do plastic cups, right? But we have a source for it. So yes, we can do it. We can outsource it. We can get it done for you. So don't let that, obstacle stand in your way. We can find somebody that can do it. We can go ahead, contract it out, and we can get them in your hands. And by showcasing all the other things you do, hey, doesn't that kind of open up your audience, a broader market, so you can get in front of more people? And maybe, it will be for that core benefit. If us, yes, apparel is our core benefit. When we get with, we've got a couple rental companies and a couple roofing companies that start with apparel, we're like, we do yard signs too. And they're like, oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, here's yard signs. We can do that. Oh, we can do vehicle magnets too. Oh, so here's these other things. So your business, the things that you could use for marketing materials in their business, you can showcase that off for them. So it opens up to be able to bring in more things you're able to do for fewer clients, right? Because you can take your main client that they maybe order twice a year on shirts, but hey, is there something else that we can put in there for it? Signs, banners, stickers, mailers, things like that you're able to add into it. So number 3, staying consistent. And number 4, showing diversity. Let's see. I need to take a drink. Okay. And Cindy, I love customer photos. It's the time of year when people tag us in photos for babies holding our embroidered buddies. Yeah. It's that time of year where you see a lot of that, right? Especially when you're in that gift giving part of it, where we're making something that somebody's giving it as a gift. Oh, yeah. We're going to show that off. Valentine's Day is a huge one. When people show things that, their spouse got them, especially if it's crafty things, like when we'll do the signs They love it. It's very personalized. It's something that they can get behind, and so they'll take a picture and show it off. So yeah, it's there. And what did I do? I hit the wrong one. Oh man, that was Cherry right there. Cindy, that's so cool. And Cindy always has fun with it because she's talking about what is it, mutilating the rabbits. Showing them there. It's a good time for it. And he says, I get that a lot. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Yeah, like one of our biggest faults is I know I am not talking about our business enough when I have friends posting on Facebook. Does anybody know where I can get this done at? Yeah, we do it. So apparently I'm not on that top of that mountain yelling loud enough. So that's how I know that I'm not doing enough, because when I have friends asking, for suggestions on who they can do it, and I have to be like, us, they're like, oh, I didn't know you do that. That's why. And we all have so many things that we're able to offer and do. And the best thing that I found is you can kind of split that up. Like we know from, let's say, October through March, February, March in there, we're not going to do a whole lot with banners and yard signs. But as that spring comes in, construction picks up, then that's something that you put, hey, here's signs, here's what it is for this. I mean, we do hundreds of signs for you guys, and here's the price on it. Here's this. They're able to make money off it. We're able to make money off it. Everybody gets a good product, and it just works. Yep, they can offer this to their client. Boom, just drop ship to you. You're good to go. So, yeah, run into that so much where people didn't know we did that. And Jerry says, all great ideas. Love it. Love it, Jerry. Love it. All right, and so this last one. This one is something that I feel is. It's kind of a cool way that it works. Is it's if you're showcasing those larger clients, those well-known clients. If somebody sees you doing something for a big company, a big organization in your area, one of the big teams in your thing, it lets them know, hey, these guys are doing this, right? So say Hawthorne Heights. We were just talking about that. We did shirts for Hawthorne Heights, right? Well, we can get a picture of them in our shirts on the stage. Hey, look, these are our shirts that are rocking the stage. Oh, shit. I didn't know you guys, printed for them. Oh, they must be good because they're printing for X. We've done some stuff for John Deere Corporate here. And when we do that, hey, can we post this on it? Sure. Okay. What can we show off? Now, sometimes it goes back and forth. We get the same thing with Unity Point, the health center here, where, we just made these for them. Thanks for the order. And so they're like, well, hey, if John Deere or Unity Point is using them, Alcoa, or now whatever the hell it's called, Han, when there's different things that we can do, all right. On the school side of it, when you're showing you're working with a school, but hey, if they're working with that school, I wonder if they can work with our school. When the sports organizations, hey, they're working with that team, and it's great because all those teams talk, all those coaches talk, all the parents talk, and find something that works, that word of mouth. So it really helps increase your exposure, and people just assume that, hey, if they're doing it for them, they got to be pretty good. John Deere trusts Todd to do their printing. They must be pretty good. So I should use them too. It impresses those the smaller customers because, hey, if they can handle that, then they can for sure handle my order. And then on the other side, it's like, oh, well, if they work with them, they can for sure handle our order. Yesterday, we got a quote for 750 hoodies. And it was because we've done something else. And they said, yep, we heard you did great work with them. It was quick, easy turnaround time. Can you give us a quote on this? We don't know if we'll get the job, but hey, I'm always up for giving a quote. And I always love to hear when somebody, talked to somebody else that did it and got a great, response from them. And this one may be a pat on the back, but it is kind of cool to make it stand out, right? Like when we've done, and there's some things that we've done that we're not able to post because of the contractual agreements that are in place. We have done stuff for MLB teams through a third party because they needed part of the project, and we were able to do that. Things like rhinestones and glitters and DTF and that. So we created things that we were able to see on a national schedule. We were able to create things that we saw on an all-star game. We were able to create things that we can look at and see on the news and on the pictures and be like, yep, we helped create that. Now we can't talk about it because we can't, between our third-party vendor, that's things not, we don't cross those bridges. We're like, okay, yep, but it's cool to see it. So when we are able to talk about it, it does feel good that you're able to do it. So In conclusion with this, why should you do all this? It's free, right? It's fun, and it works. It's fun to hear people say great things about your business. It makes you feel like you're doing a good job. It's free because you're just asking for things and posting things. You're not paying for anything. You're not doing anything with it. And it works because social proof works. And how does it work? Because, hey, it means you're a real living business. You're just not something that's there online. Makes you trustworthy because everybody else is using you, so I do it. And approachable because we can put things out there and, yeah, here's what you just need to do to get a quote for it. And when people see other people loving your stuff, loving your product, they really want to know more about you, your product, and what you can do for them. So, make sure you start snapping pics of everything that gets done. Make sure you start asking about sharing their stories. Even if you have a job, hey, they brought this idea to me. We just went over it with kids for school. They drew the pictures last year, of each head. We had them do that. We took that to a print job. Everybody absolutely loved them. But show, hey, we went from this to this, and here's the happy people at the end. Love it, love it, love it. It's the little magic dust that really will help you grow your business and add that social proof to it. So with that, any questions, comments, or concerns before we call it a day? Next call, 28 minutes. That one goes for an hour. Then I got to call a half hour after that. And then I got to call a half hour after that. I'm really hoping that I can make it today, because this is no bueno. And Brian says, trade show banners start now. Yeah, like any of that stuff. There's so much going on that you just start getting out there for it. It's hard to remember to post about everything. I need a checklist. Yes, you do, Jerry. And maybe, just maybe, there's a checklist in the works for this, because, like I said, we're building out stuff for us to be able to do too. And Jerry, since you were in our mentorship community, guess what? We'll just give you the checklist when we have it done and available for it. I know, Raina. I think it's just a scratchy throat thing. It's this change in weather where one day, it's single digits. The next day it's 40 degrees. Then it's negative, and it goes back and forth here. I'll take some Mexican amoxicillin. I'll be good to go with it. That's what we got. And I'll just load up. And you know what? Sunshine cures everything, right? Sunshine cures everything. So with that, I got to find a little button here so I know where we are with it. There we go. Everybody have an amazing day. We do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Monday, last show before we head to Long Beach, so there won't be a show next Wednesday or Friday or that following Monday, because that's a travel day, but there will be one this coming Monday. And I'm not even sure what the topic is. I have to look at it, but I already have it on there. I don't have it in my notes here. So make sure to join us every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and after the fact, leave comments, because that always, always helps. So with that, you guys have an amazing day. Peace, love, press on. We will see you guys next time.